deep light in the audio. Oh my god, look at you. Is that a nice latte out of a glass mug? Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So fashionable and pretentious. Hi Dylan! It's been a little while. I haven't been on for like 2 weeks.
No. Did you do the last...
No, the last Between the Cushions I missed. So
and then you've missed 2 weeks at Arcade Couch, right?
So so I missed the Between the Cushions and Arcade Couch, last week's Arcade Couch, and then Full Circle. So this week I kicked Ash out and said,
well, when you asked to record in the afternoon, and Ash was like, I can't do the afternoon, I was like, well, A, Kieran's missed out the last couple of weeks, and B, Ash, you just moved house, so maybe just like take the night off.
Take the night off.
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, when Ash said, you guys could do it without me, I was like, yeah, let's do that. Because I didn't want to miss.
We recorded the night he moved. So he moved like whatever last weekend. And then we were supposed to do What Do You Want to Watch and like a spoiler cast and something.
Oh, that was like Sunday night, was it?
Sunday night, yeah. And I was like, there's no way. I'm like, let's just push it. It's fine. You know, life happens. Let's do it another day. And, you know, knowing Ash, she's like, no, it'll be fine. And we like messages. Originally, we had it like scheduled for 7 o'clock to start recording or something. He's like, can we push it to 7:30? I'm like, yep. Message it. Can we push it to 8? I'm like, it's totally fine. Like, you know, like.
Man. Well, no, I'm glad my disruption has caused Ash to actually take some time to fulfill moving house, because moving house fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Moving house is the worst, because especially the worst problem, packing stuff up is already bad enough as it is, but unpacking is just as bad, because there's 2 stages of unpacking, right? There is the stage of, this is all the stuff I need to live, and then there's everything else. And the position of everything else staying in boxes can be a good couple of weeks. You could be a couple of weeks down the track in the new place and still be looking at boxes in certain places and be like, I'll get to you at some point when I feel like it.
I feel like there's a certain stage. So if you move house and you go, if you're able to leave a bunch of stuff in boxes for a very long period of time, at some stage you have to ask the question of, do I even need this stuff?
Do I need this stuff? And then also the second question, just a bit like Christmas lights, is there any point in me unpacking it now, or am I going to move again prior to this? And is unpacking it going to be potential? Like Christmas lights, there are people in this world, never been one of them, that they leave their Christmas stuff up and it gets to like May, June, and they're still looking at Christmas stuff. And then they're like, you know what? It's almost Christmas again. Let's just leave it up and do Christmas lights all year round.
I knew someone whose family was very much like that. So...
So yeah, it's been a busy 2 weeks. My life has been blessed with a new companion, a new soulmate, a new fur, 3 new monitors, and 32 gigabytes of RAM. With a monitor stand. Got a puppy as well, but you know, we'll talk about him later. No, there's been a whole heap happening in my life. Since I was last on an episode. Yeah, no. It was nice. Got tax back, got a nice healthy tax check, and I was like, man, I'll use most of this to do sensible shit, and then the rest of it, nice stuff for me.
I'm a big supporter of tax money is meant to be just spent straight away on something.
It's nice stuff. Like the rule of the thumb is always do something dumb, not dumb, but like do something, spoil yourself. Get yourself something nice with tax money. It's the government being like, bruh, we probably, you know, tax you a bit too much. Here's your bonus for now. But no, on the computer side, life's good. 3 monitors, 1 very nice fancy monitor. 2.
So what'd you actually get? What's the?
So I got a 27-inch Asus ROG monitor, 1440p, 240 hertz, HDR, main screen.
Yep.
I got 2 24-inch monitors, both just normal full high definition. Nothing special about those in terms of specs. And my dream has always been, and it was like I needed a water cache for it because doing it all is kind of expensive. And I'm very kind of, if I was to do it, it's like I wanted it to be uniform. I wanted all the monitors to at least be the same kind of brand or the same, you know, reasonable. So on top of that, got a 3 monitor stand for it, which I've got nice of, and I'm going to take a bigger picture of and put up when this drops. But yeah, I've always wanted a monitor stand, like really badly, because You know what's ridiculous? I knew it was going to happen, but the amount of desk space that I now have because there's no like of those annoying monitor stands on the
legs
desk is insane. The legs. Also, minor point: the legs for the 27-inch monitor look like I could kill somebody with it. Like it looks like a futuristic boomerang.
Yeah, and if they're like my Ace, like I've got a Predator, whatever. I can't remember.
Yeah,
the similar, not quite the same as yours, HDR or whatever, but it's a ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like, man, and then just the whole, and then on top of that, I had a bit left over of the sort of to the side. I was like, let's just do a RAM upgrade and just put new RAM in my PC. Thing goes burn now. It's very nice. I don't know. It's great. Playing games on this is really good. I've never had a decent monitor on my PC. Like I've always had semi-good monitors in terms of like the frequencies, like the hertz, but never a decently kind of visual.
What was your old one?
It's been nice. My monitor was 27-inch curved MSI monitor, 140 hertz, but I think it was only full high definition. So it was still better. It's still better than what Ashley uses to play games.
Yeah.
Like it's still overall better than that. But it was never like if I wanted to have like a nice
I'm shocked I didn't realize I had a better monitor than you.
You did. And I never splashed out. Like I think this was a really good price in the end. I think it was like 1,200 and something bucks for the 27-inch. But yeah, I guess I could have gone the 4K, but I prefer frames per second over resolution, so I wanted the 240 hertz was kind of the more important thing, and you know it's impossible to run 240 frames a second on 4K at the moment, so it's no point trying to get something that's stupidly expensive. Also, have you had a curved monitor before or ever?
I have one.
You have one?
My
last
secondary
one
monitor is a curved one.
Okay, my last monitor was a curved one, and I hated it. I don't know, not hated it, but just it was really big and it kind of like I don't know. And it was really annoying looking for monitors through like to the main monitor because a lot of companies now, like Samsung, have gone mainly curved monitors with their stuff, and I'm like, not a fan. I just want a normal, nice flat screen monitor. But yeah, that's the technological side of it. Well, looking at my PC, I'm like, I do need a new graphics card. There'll probably be like a 3080 on my PC by the end of the year, hopefully. But other than that, PC stuff's looking good. And then I got what Dylan thought I was going to talk about initially first was the third Great Dane that we got in our lives, Barney. He is a 14-week-old blue Great Dane, and he's pretty great. He's full of personality. Mum and Dad have always wanted to have 3. I think, for me, it was kind of crazy. I was like, you sure you're getting 3?
I gotta be honest, one of those is a lot. The fact you have 2 is a lot. 3 is insane.
Well, they've got this. We're at this big property now.
I know, but still. You let them inside. It's not like they're running around.
Yeah, they have a bedroom, Dylan. They have a bedroom. They have a I can't remember if it's a queen or a king-size bed that used to be mine that they sleep on.
Oh my God.
And it's 100% their bed. Like, those dogs live in fucking, like, those dogs, like, back when it was, like, the height of winter, before they went to bed, Dad would go in and turn the heater on. And then, like, turn it off as they went to bed, so it was at least nice and toasty for them when they went to sleep. Like, this is how luxury these dogs live. But, no, Mum and Dad came back they went to Bangkok recently. And they came back and they were like, yeah, we've actually been looking at a third dog. And I was like, joke or real? And they're like, no, real. I'm like, okay, sure. They've always wanted one. Bella, one of our dogs, is a bit full on, but also at the same time, has always wants to have maybe a dog of her own to nurture, like a puppy of her own to nurture or something younger to nurture. And we've always thought she would be a great mum or a mother figure. And then Harley is a very laid back dog and chill dog. So compared to Bella, who's wants to hang out, wants to, have some fun, wants to play a bit. Harley sometimes, she goes, hey, do you want to play? And Harley just looks at her and goes, are you fucking kidding? We just did that like 5 minutes ago. So, having that balance. Barney is a very social dog, very outgoing dog. It was fun. It was it's interesting watching him integrate with those two. The other two haven't had any issues whatsoever with him. Like literally within the first couple of days, Barney was like sleeping on top of one of them or like jamming himself between the two of them as they were laid together so he could be in the middle. So very cute, happy little 3 dogs. Funny story though. So we always name our dogs after cartoon characters or fictional characters or like pop culture references and stuff. Like we've got, Dory the fish is one of our cats. We got Boo.
Is it Barney the dinosaur?
It is Barney the dinosaur. It is. It's 100%. And I got to name him, and I named him Barney. And it all strings back to when I was a kid. I used to love the shit out of Barney. Barney was awesome. Barney was great when I was little. But every time it got to the end song, "I Love You," I used to have to. Mum and Dad used to have to turn it off because I'd start crying.
Oh my god!
Because Barney was leaving, and I don't want Barney to leave. I don't want him to be done. So it's a good chuckle. It's nice to have him around. Yeah, but overall it's been good. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Like between that and like work's been crazy. Bits and pieces. How have you been? What's going on with you? Opening card packs I saw last night. Playing more Pokemon Unite. You're really into your MOBAs at the minute, mate.
One thing I haven't told you is it was a couple weeks ago I randomly played like a game of League.
I heard. No, because I think I either read on Twitter. Like I either read on Twitter. Can't
remember where I would have said it, but time's a blur.
No, I remember either you said it on Twitter or you said it on the podcast that I listened back to.
No, Pokemon Unite's fun. I don't know. It's just I feel like you get a MOBA itch in like 10 minutes.
Is it still obscenely pay to win?
No. So I don't know. Let's take definitely not as balanced as other MOBAs, but I don't feel like the problem that there at launch is the same, but like that still has like certain issues, but like it's fun. I mean, I'm playing last night and I lose 2 matches and you can clearly see my League of Legends mind going where I'm like, why are you like I'm fighting and there's like people are fighting the fucking like minions or whatever, stuff like that. And I'm like, just auto attacked it. Just, like back when I used to play right click, I'm like, all you have to do is right click the enemy team and we would have won the fight, you fucking lame.
Well, that's the thing, right? Pokemon Unite doesn't seem like much of I don't know, anything I've ever watched of Pokemon Unite has always been a lot more just punch on. Just punch on. Like there's not many people farming creeps.
We don't have to last hit anything. There are strategies when you get into, I guess if you get into higher end stuff, but like there's the basics sort of rotations between objectives and like rotating to push certain lanes and stuff. But it certainly doesn't have the depth that something like League of Legends does. So, but I mean, it's Pokemon, so like.
Well, yeah, of course. It's like I don't think I'll ever go back to playing, but I'll always watch Dota as an esport. Like the Arlington Majors on at the moment for last week was group stages. This week's been playoffs. So I'll definitely sit and watch like my team OG play and do that stuff. And there's always that passion. There's always that itch that you're like, man, I could not, maybe not for Dota. I think Dota for me is just, it's too much of an investment. I think I could do League. I could do League again because I always find League a little bit more palatable in terms of like how much stuff I have to relearn. The games are a bit quicker. I don't want to say it's easier. I just find League less...
Made jungling easier with the most recent update. So.
I find League less punishing. Like, Dota, there's just characters you play where you use one spell and it's like half your mana pool is gone early lane. And then you're like, man, I really fucked up. I didn't min-max the shit out of my mana usage. And now I need to be heaps passive in the lane, where I feel like League is a lot more built for a bit more spammier, even with its characters that are
Depends
less
how you
spammy.
play. There's like obviously mana intensive.
I think even as a whole though, even like the quote unquote strength based characters or the tank characters still feel like they have more mana or more mana pools, or I don't know. League just has in general, I think, is just a more welcoming game to play in terms of, support items that give you gold. Whereas I think Dota is very much feast or famine. A lot of the time, it's either you're having a good time or you're having.
Have you heard about this show that me and Ash have just finished watching?
It's just the players one that's on. Is this on?
It's on Paramount.
It's on Paramount. That's why I haven't watched it.
Okay, you should definitely watch it. It is very good. And so Ash loves it because
this is where I heard of it, because you were talking about players and you got an itch because of players to play League. Yeah. No, this is where I heard you.
Ash loves it because it's just funny and it's like a rip off of sports documentaries, which I appreciate too. But there's definitely a lot of League of Legends jokes that went over his head. But it's quite funny, and if you've ever watched any like behind the scenes league stuff, like in their houses and stuff, and it rips off a lot of those sort of esports houses sort of dynamics and stuff. But you should definitely watch that. It's very funny. So.
Yeah, no, it is. It's definitely. I think it was on the radar. It's just not to watch. This isn't what you want to watch. But have you watched The Sandman?
I'm 3 episodes, I think.
It's like it's my TV show of the year so far. I don't watch that much TV shows.
Ash brought it up on what do you want to watch. He's like, Ciaran says it's like the best written thing he's ever seen. I'm like, yeah, but Ciaran only watches anime, so what the fuck does that mean?
No. Hey, I didn't say ever. I just said the singular. This is where Ashley's fucked me here. There is a singular episode that I think is a fantastic singular episode of TV, and I fucking adore it, and I really love it.
No, I'm really enjoying it. So.
But no, Sandman, people should watch The Sandman. It's really fun. I have a slight man crush on the lead actor, especially because he spends the majority of the first episode naked. But just his whole aesthetic and character is very appealing to me as a human being, and I'm all about it.
It seems to be doing very well critically, and I assume the numbers are up there because it's like I sort of judge if something's being tweeted about a shit ton. I just assume that translates to viewers, hopefully, but because Netflix doesn't tell you numbers, so I presume that we'll get a follow-up season. So.
I hope so. It's built well for another season when you get to the end of it. Also, the other thing that gets me, it is extremely English. Like, it is... Yeah,
but that's how they all are in the comic. They're all English, I believe.
No. Not even... Sorry, I don't mean extremely English in terms of, like, the... It has the feel of, like, in terms of its production and its overall design, to me personally, of similar to, like, a Sherlock or something that is, I guess... made and directed in England rather than being an American property, if that makes sense. Like, there's stuff that's English, but you could tell an American studio has made it and they've just brought in English actors to do it, and I just feel like Sandman doesn't have that feeling necessarily.
I think there's a part where Joanna I always say Constantine or whatever he said. Constantine. I'm like, fuck off, it's Constantine. Anyway, it's at some stage where I can't remember exactly what she says, but it sounded to me like a very UK equivalent of just being like, jog on, mate. Like, she says something very... Mate,
is UK.
Yeah, like, she says some very British thing at some stage. I was like, oh, that's quite funny. So.
No, it is. It is a fantastic series. Have you, other than your fucking terrible Pokemon card obsession and cracking PAX and... Well,
I only open them, just to clarify again, I literally only open these on stream. So, like, if I haven't opened them for a month between streams, I literally haven't opened any.
Doesn't mean that there isn't a stack of packs that are piling up in your room.
No. I have a stack that I preemptively bought, which I haven't added any to for ages. But there was a stage where I brought a bunch to fill it up with. It's like buying a bunch of lollies to fill a jar, you know? Just a draw from it over time.
Cardboard crack. I see. Yeah.
What was the question?
I don't know.
You were like, aside from something about cardboard crack.
What else you got going on? What are you watching? What are you enjoying? We'll talk about games on Arcade Couch, I guess. But
I don't know.
Are you actually getting time to do stuff lately? You often... You do a lot of work for Exposure Network. You do a lot of stuff. You know, you work so you don't get to enjoy things.
Yes and no. I don't have enough time, but the problem is also that I'm quite often I'm stuck. I get stuck being late at work, but it's not even. This is my problem. Like, I don't even I don't need to, but because I don't know. Like, sometimes I get told, it's like, Dylan, why are you still fucking here? Like, manager will be like, why are you still here? I'm like, I just got to finish this thing that I started, you know what I mean? Like,
you are, I don't know why. I think this is my...
She's like, I'm not paying you.
Maybe it's because of how, like, my years of McDonald's where I was overused and I was pretty much on call 24/7 as a manager. I'm at the point in life where unless there's something I'm like, if this doesn't get done, it's going to fuck something, or if this doesn't get done, I'm going to hate life tomorrow or whatever. Any other time, it's like, my clock off time comes, I'm fucking gone. I don't get paid enough to stay. I don't get paid to fucking work endless extra hours. Like, I don't get shit.
No, that's a very good mentality. I'm terrible at
it.
It
is. It is as soon as I don't know. I feel like you get to the point where you kind of just go fuck it. I'm not. I think for me it's 4:36. Rocks around. And I'm like, yes, I'm out of here.
What time do you knock off usually?
4:36 is when I have to clock off. It's a weird time.
4:36.
Yeah, 4:36. I think it's because of how breaks and stuff works in the industry, but it's very weird.
That is odd.
But yeah, how I'd like to see from your point of view, because you were just a simple bystander last night. But last night we were having a conversation about PAX accommodation in our Facebook group messenger chat with myself, Dylan, Ash, and Buddy. And Ash, I don't know why, I just presumed that.
Let me read this chat.
I don't know. PAX has been like. PAX has been like me. I don't know. I feel really unorganized when it comes to PAX.
No, it was definitely very unorganized. Like I for ages, like I kept it. Like there were stages where I would honestly even forget it was a thing. I think my brain was just so attuned to not thinking it was happening. So,
and maybe it's just because of not like because of COVID and how everything's been so whirly-burly like lately. It's just Dylan. I've noticed. I've seen in chat Ashley's like looking at accommodation and stuff and whatever, and I've looked and I've been like, cool. I'll organize that when I need to. And
here's what happens for everyone. I'm just gonna read it. So, Buddy's like, you want to book the accommodation, Ash? And then Ash posts a picture where he's booked the accommodation. Like, he didn't even like check on everyone and be like, everyone happy if I do this sort of thing? So it clearly says on the screenshot he posted where, I'm not gonna say where he's saying, but it clearly says 3 single beds, right? So no,
I get that completely. I 100% get that. This is where working out who the 3 people are is my problem.
And then, Buddy and whatever, Ash go back forth for a little bit here. And then Ciaran comes in, just to confirm, I'm not included here, right? Just before I sort mine out, big smiley face. Just like, you're included. And then he's like, I didn't want to presume. Like this whole chat, everyone like Buddy and Ash have been talking this entire time under the presumption that it was 3 people, and you're like, I didn't want to presume. Like,
the thing is, I just presumed it was you. It was you with the 3rd. I didn't know you were staying elsewhere, so I was just like, oh, it's Ash, Dylan, and Buddy. You probably organised this while playing Apex together, or Fall Guys, or
this is after I already said that I had to book somewhere else.
I can't remember that. I can't remember. And then I was like, huh. And then it works out because it's a nice because I was literally looking at a place to book when I was waiting for a reply to that because I was looking. So I was like, "Fuck, I better book something." And then I'm like, "Huh, this works out great. I'm paying way less than I expected to pay."
I booked everything. So I've done everything but get my leave in. But I'm not that worried about that because I still have it's still over a month away. So,
you still have,
you've got plenty of time to allow for leave. That's not
so. Yeah, I think after that conversation, I started to be looking a lot more forward, and PAX has now become. I don't know why this is my thing in life where I always have to have something on the horizon.
I do like having something to look forward to, I guess. Yeah.
Like, I always have to have something on the horizon, and the day after that thing happens is the worst day ever because I always feel so fucking lost because I'm like, what do I have next? What is the next thing I need to be like working towards or counting down in my head till or something? I don't know what it is. It's always that way. Like
the next PAX.
But it was PAX has become that new thing for me. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
You haven't been for 5 years, so.
I haven't been to for 5 years. It's a very long time. I have to make sure that I need to get in my notes app and itemize everything I owe people in terms of bet winnings. I think it's a packet of TikTok biscuits, some PAX merch for you, a pizza for you. I think that is the itemized list.
I won't worry about Buddy. Buddy literally has a notes app where it'll say how many frozen cokes we owe him.
Oh, 100%, 100%. That'll be shit that everybody will have forgotten, but Buddy will be like,
I'm just going to trust him. If he's like, you owe me 3, I owe him 3. If I owe 4, I owe him 4. I'm not going to
Now, the thing is, right, do you buy him them all at once, or does he expect you to ration them out?
I believe last time I asked, it's rationed out over the
that's weekend. That's a pretty good system. Like you can just,
you don't want 4 frozen cokes. You don't want like 10 people.
You don't, but you could very easily be like, "Fuck you, Buddy," and just dump 4 frozen cokes on him at once.
Yeah, no, I guess, but no, it's like an IOU,
it's a good system.
and he gets to redeem them at his own leisure with frozen cokes. I guess.
Do I have to redeem the TikTok biscuits like one at a time for him, and then I have to? Feed
No, I
them
believe
one
that a
by
pack
one?
is a pack. Like there's
I
the
just,
key
I just
word,
give
you
him
know?
the pack.
Like,
I just
yeah,
give him.
just give him the pack. Yeah.
Okay. I really hope I can find. I haven't looked for TikTok biscuits. I hope they are.
I believe there's still a thing. You know, I was about to ask you if you've
to-
booked flights, but then I remembered you live in.
Fuck it, I don't need to book flights. It's a 2-hour drive. I'm living the dream.
I was like,
That's
man, I'm
the
like,
thing.
wait.
I think that's the other thing about PAX is like PAX is it's like it's happening in my state. I don't need to book flights. I can be the idiot that's like, I'll pick everybody up from the airport because, you know, fuck paying for Ubers or buses or whatever. Yeah, it'll be a good week. It's a nice week where I'll be like, get there on the Thursday, chill out, and then I don't have to drive for like 4 days. And then I just drive home either Sunday night or Monday morning. Just depending on what I've organised for work. But yeah, it is 100%. The only thing that's annoying me is this is the minor annoyance. Dylan, do you know what comes out October 4th?
Is it Overwatch or something?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Overwatch 2 comes out October 4th.
Is that what day is that? Is that like the Friday or something?
That's the Tuesday.
The Tuesday prior?
The Tuesday prior to PAX. So
you can play it for Tuesday, Wednesday. You can play it for 2 days.
So no, this is the problem, right? This is the problem because I don't actually think it comes out to the Wednesday. So my initial idea was, you know what, fuck it, I'll just take the week off work. Take the week off work, and that's fine. And so I can play a bunch, and then I'll be without it for a couple of days. That's fine. And then PAX and whatever. But then the problem is on top of that, I had to check on my calendar while I was driving around before running late for this, and we have a dairy food safety audit the day before on that Wednesday on the 5th. I'm like, fuck, I can't take work off now. I have to do that one day in the middle of the fucking week, and then have weeks off. So I probably will just take a week off from like the Thursday around to the next Thursday. That's really fucking weird.
You just make up for the days you miss by doing more Overwatch when you get back.
Exactly.
You can't complain too much. There was that first PAX we all went where it was when Mario Odyssey came out, and if someone like Drew can handle not being able to play it because he has to...
don't be comparing Mario Odyssey to Overwatch 2. No.
That's like the equivalent.
No, it is not, sir.
So.
No peppy Odyssey song that you could probably finish in like, you know, it's a good 10-hour game, but probably more if you're getting everything, I guess. Damn kids. Overwatch is endless hours of blood, sweat, and tears.
That's the problem.
Tears. Lots of tears. That's the battle passing.
That's the problem.
What else? Yeah.
All right, let's record Arcade Couch.